Just wanted to provide you with a quick look at what took place on Friday to help you maybe prepare for next week. It was quite a telling afternoon considering how this market has reacted off of any major sell off and how well it's kind of bounced back. And take a quick look briefly, and I'll try to give you this video as fast as I can to give you something simple to pay attention to and want to better understand. So on Friday, and I talk about this often about how you have to pay attention to the trend and to gaps. And we've had a couple of pretty significant sell-offs, and we've been tapping into some pretty important support down here, 45.10. You got a gap open on Friday, and you have to be somewhat prepared for the possibility that they're going to at least fill it, and they'll take it from there. Now, basically, the markets opened up and they gapped higher and they ran higher. But I want you to take a quick look at what they did once they got there. Okay, at 8:40, we tapped it 45.50 in the ES and almost 15.6 in a Nasdaq, and then you got your first roll down, which was a heads up. Roll down, roll down. Now you pay attention to this because this is important. Look at the roll up. Here comes your roll up. Look at your momentum. Flat to negative. Already negative. So the Nasdaq was already in their descent and prepping. And then at both markets at around 850 just came off the cliff. And that's what you're short on both these markets. And I mean, this came down to settlement in 5 minutes in both of these markets. And then basically the markets recouped and went straight back up to where they started from. And then spent most of the day just kind of chopping around. But this is pretty much more the telling, I believe, is right in here. Now, I spoke to you on Thursday and I talked about paying attention to any hard run up to 45.60 ES. Case in point, the moving average. Now, I don't know what happened at 12 o'clock. I don't know what came out. And it's the first Friday in a long time. I mean, for all intents and purposes, I was done. I thought they were just going to mark this thing up. I walked away early. I don't know what came out at 12 o'clock, but they all tapped their upper MAs, and I figured that they were just going to build and hold. They rolled. So something happened. I don't know what it was. Somebody got nervous and panic kind of took place, and they took them under 4,500, which probably wasn't the greatest close. What does it mean? I don't know. Um, it pretty significant in terms of how it closed. So what you're going to want, and and pretty much once they made this high, you can see the same type of effect. All this little sell down was all negative momentum, and it was confirmed right here, and off they went, and everybody just started to jump on it. They tried to hold it up at around 50, which was where the first high in the morning and early high in the morning, and that was it. They just pretty much took it down. Tried one more time again, profit taken up to 50, and then, like I said, probably 1 o'clock was the official slam down in both of these markets right there as well. So, and there's a 1 o'clock breakdown. So, that being said, how do you play in this week, the following week? Well, I talked about this remaining gap down to 44.78. Now, what will be interesting is how this plays out on Monday when Europe opens. How are they going to react to this? Are they going to press this further? And will the boarding rotation on Monday take these things down? It's the first time we've been below the fourth day down. We haven't had that in a long time. I don't know if this is a correction to make it. It's not really important. What is how will we react on Monday and the rest of the week? Will they come in and take advantage of the value and rally this back up? You're just going to have to see. You have significant support all the way down around 44.35 in ES, 51.50 in the NASDAQ, and I Dow has way more room on the downside. So I don't know if that's going to play out. We're just going to have to see. But this is just a good way of paying attention to what's going on around you, having a game plan and preparing for it. And it will give you the opportunity to take advantage of these swings. Gap higher opening, gap fill, hard run up. I, re- I mean, this would have been a short just for what it was worth. Being overextended in the morning, I did expect this thing to break 60 handles. I'm sure nobody did. But this is stuff to pay attention to when you're trading and have a game plan in terms of where this market can go if it gets past the extremes and how will price react when it gets to it. Once again, not a great close all the way across the board. And next week it's going to be interesting. I think this is great for, that's why you trade. It's the volatility should kick in a little bit. The market has needed this. It's refreshing. And, it's not important to have too much of opinion. Just trade it, and be patient, wait for your opportunities to present itself. I think what we can look at maybe is what is our levels on Monday, and I'll show you this now because I probably won't post any videos until later in the week. And I don't have the NASDAQ numbers, but I do have the ES numbers for Monday. You got the settlement at 45.17 and just a little bit. That was pretty much the hold. That was a trend line and we kept bouncing off of it on Thursday. Um, 41 is R1. Like I said, I'm more concerned about these numbers down here. And this one right here could be an interesting level on Monday if you come near it. That finishes the gap fill. So, if you get the early lower opening, you look for this thing maybe to look for some value seekers to run this thing right back up to 4,500. So let's see how this plays out on Monday. Just wanted to give you a quick briefing. Guys, have a great weekend and good luck with your trading next week. Take care.